Hello.
Hi guys, happy weekend. Good to see you all again. It's the Three Musketeers. We're
Hey.
back again. It's so good to be here. Let's have my friends just quickly introduce themselves, and then we can go on to our today's topic. I'll start with you, Coach Betty.
Hello,
Salimia,
everybody.
what?
It's happy Saturday here in the UK. Hi, everyone. Good morning. Yes, as you have heard, my name is Betty. I am originally from Kenya, and I am a mom too. I am a wife, and I'm also a successful business owner and a mentor and a coach. It's good to be here today.
Thank you, Coach Betty. Good to have you too. Priscilla, Ibiado.
Hi, Hivika Yado. My name is Priscilla, and I am a digital mentor. I am a mom, a school teacher, and I'm a digital business owner. So thank you so much for joining and coming on to learn about digital marketing and how you can use it to fuel your dreams and propel yourself forward.
Thanks, Priscilla. For me, I'll be your host tonight. My name is Shiro. Others know me as Priscilla. I'm also originally from Kenya. Live, I say I'm a Kenyan by heart, Australian by choice, but now living in PNG. I'm all over the place nowadays. For the moment, I'm in Papua New Guinea. I am also a mom and a wife and a digital mompreneur. I am doing this full time after quitting my 9 to 5. I love saying that. Days after quitting my 9 to 5. So I'm doing this business full time. And the best thing about it, and look at us, we are all moms, but we are doing it. We are doing what we can, and we're doing it to change our life. And that brings us to the topic today where we're talking about a life changing potential. And a lot of us, especially nowadays, as the years go by, we are needing change, especially after the pandemic. So many things happened, and most of us learned that we cannot go on with life as usual. It cannot be the way we were used to. Things need to change because when the pandemic came, it changed a lot for us. Some people lost their jobs, some people lost their loved ones. So the dynamic shifted. And I'm sorry if you hear the noise. My kids are just dancing upstairs with the bumping. Sorry about that. But what I can say is a lot of us experience changed, whether good or bad. And we've learned that we need to make changes as we go. And for us who are moms here, we've just realized that the 9 to 5 shouldn't be our only way out in this life. It cannot. Because as we said during the pandemic, a lot of people lost their jobs, which were their 9 to 5. Some people picked up the pieces, others didn't. Because most of us, especially let me talk about Africans, we were always told, and we always speak about it, go to school, learn as much as you can, get good grades, go to uni, and then get employed. We were never taught that we can actually stand up for ourselves. We can actually go to school, learn, go to uni. At the same time, you have a choice to either be employed or to become your own CEO. Never taught that. So a lot of people probably who were used to that employment, the 9 to 5 grind, they didn't know how to go on. And so for us, we found ourselves whereby we found digital businesses, and we all have a reason why we found these digital businesses and why we decided to change it. Because for me personally, I needed a life change. I wanted this business because I wanted to spend more time with my family. I wanted to spend more time with myself because most of the time, especially as mothers, we give so much, we forget ourselves. So we are giving we're giving everything and then we're left empty. So for me, I wanted this digital business because I wanted something to shift in my life. I wanted to be able to say, you know what, I can stop this and I can take this full time. I can move to what I'm know as a busy thing, as a busy life, traveling all the time, taking the bus to work. So all that time you're spending it, from point A to point B, and then going to work. Sometimes you're working and you're feeling goodness. I need leave, and it's just Monday. You've not even finished the week. You're there and you're thinking, when will Friday get here? Or I need to be on leave. And you've probably come back from leave and you need leave again. But those are the things that we are telling ourselves. Like, ask yourself, when do you need the change in your life? How long are you going to wait until you make that change? And those of us who are in this digital business, we are over 250,000. Everyone has a story. Everyone has a story why they started it. And yesterday I was listening to one of our coaches, and she said she started this digital business and she had no support from anyone, including a skeptical husband who did not want to support her. She had no support from family. She had no support from friends. But, she said, what? I need to do it for myself because I am the only one who knows what I need. I am the only one. She's a mom. She's a wife. She was an employee. But anyway, she did it. Right now, looking down the years, she's been able to move back to her home country. Her husband has health issues, so she's been able to move and retire her husband, who has stopped his 9-to-5 job and take care of himself because of this digital business. So those are the life-changing potentials you're talking about. For me, I can talk for myself. I started this business thanks to Coach Betty. She pushed that seed into me, even if it took me 4 years to start. I started this business, and now down the road, 3 years down the road, I have been able to say bye-bye to my 9-to-5. No more waking up to alarm clocks. No more, thinking, what am I going to wear tomorrow? Have I ironed my shirt? Have I ironed my pants? Have I ironed my skirt? No more thinking about that. Now what I'm thinking about is, today, this is what I'm going to do for myself, the kids, what are we going to do with them? So those are the changing potentials that we get when you make a life-changing decision for yourself personally. Betty, do you have something to share about, the life-changing potentials we make every day in our lives, or what we need to do?
Yeah. Oh, thank you. I was just listening to you there, and it just taken me back to the time I started this business. And yesterday we had a team meeting, and I remember looking back to when I started this business 6.5 years ago. And for me, I think it was the dreams versus the scare, because obviously everybody has got that moment of, I really want this, but I don't know where to start. I am so scared. As you said, it even gets worse when people who are expecting to support you are not, like they are not coming through for you. And for me, I was in that situation. And what I can say, one thing about this business is that you really need to stay focused. And why I'm saying focused is because just like everyday life, every day 9-to-5 or every other business, there are all those voices that will be speaking to you on the side, telling you, oh, you can't do this. This is too hard. It's not even true. It's a scam. All kinds of things you will hear. But when you stay focused on your course and this is where I want to go. I want to spend more time with my family. I want to retire early. I want to go on my holiday, on my dream holiday. And these are just the potentials of this business. Once you do that, you will be able to get there. Now, here's the thing. When people start this business, I realize that we have that fire within us. We really want we want change. And everybody who has seen this business, they know that they want change. They sat down one day and they're like, hang on a second. What am I doing? I go to work every single day. Literally, I spend most of my life in work, in the office or in the hospital, healthcare, wherever you work. But unfortunately, these people find themselves at the end of the month, and I always say this, you blink, and then by the time you look at your bank again, it is empty again, because all the money has been swallowed up by the bills and everything else that you have to pay for. But there comes a time when you suddenly realize, hang on, I need change. And that is when the coin drops. But here's the thing, once now that happens, you feel so angry. You feel, what have I been doing with myself? Because mind you, every job we go to, think of any company that you've worked for or any company out there that is employing people. What we are basically doing for those people is building their empires. Amazon, any company, insurance companies, hospitals, we are building their empires. How about giving yourself 1 or 2 hours per day and build your own empire? And the good thing about our business is, it is not just for you. You are building a legacy. So your children and their children and the generations to come, can actually eat from this and enjoy the benefits and the fruits of this business. Another potential, because so many are times where actually that's the reality. If something happened to you today and you lost your job, unfortunately, and it happens, they're not gonna tell you go and bring your best daughter or your best son to come and replace you. No, they will go looking for somebody who is actually cheaper paid salary than you. But for this business, you will get to a point and you're like, you know what, I will just take my leave, I will retire now, I will pass it on to my children. They will come and start from where you stopped. So it is not just about you. We are not building this for just us. Yeah, that's why you hear some companies, especially here in the UK, they are like chocolate companies. You hear they have been here for over 60 years, over 70 years, or farm businesses. You know, they pass them on down the road. But how about the same kind of business where you can take care of the generations to come, but easily? Because in our business, we say we work smarter rather than harder. Yeah, that is exactly what we do in this business. So for me, the potentials are there, and I have seen them. The other day we were celebrating Dave and Roxanne Obizo. This couple from Philippines, they were down to $700,000 consumer debts, guys, and now it is all paid for. It is now paid off. You know, they have a small boy who is now growing into a very, I don't know how to say it, a very comfortable lifestyle, because he's not coming into, I cannot, my parents are not going to afford this for me because they are paying debt. It has now been done. So this is a business where people are flourishing and realizing their dreams every single day. Yesterday, we are celebrating Caroline. Caroline is here in the UK. She's now a job quitter. She's
Imagine.
now a job quitter. Everybody knows how hard it is here to go to school and study nursing in this country. And actually, once you get a job, it is so hard, because you look back and you realize how much you put your time in to become the nurse. But she has quit her job. Why? Because this business has given her exactly that. It has given her that opportunity to start living in her own terms, even though she's not 65. And you made a very good point there, Shiro. You said we are programmed to work, especially as from Africa, the diasporans. I don't know what is wrong with us. We come here and we are programmed to work. Actually, if you look at Caroline's post, she says that when she came here, she was doing 3 jobs, because she was already told, the more you work, the more money you make. But look at how many people are dying every day because they don't have enough rest. They are getting lifestyle diseases. You know, people are not living. They are people are drowning.
Surviving.
Depression. People are surviving. And yet you put all this time in, but then you can't even see where that money has gone. So for me, there is a lot of potentials. And all I can tell anybody who is watching us here on Facebook and on TikTok, the only thing I can tell you is you need to come in with your belief. Yesterday, I was telling people in my meeting, you have to come in with patience, because there is a notion of options in our community, a lot of options. If this is not working, you can try this other thing. People share, our community share ideas, our community share what I like to call golden nuggets. They are all there to give you the ideas that you can go out there and try to make your business work. So when I talk about patience, I'm saying don't come in and try 2 things and say, oh, well, this is not for me, and then you give up. No. Even in work, you work from day 1 to day 30 before they pay you. In between those days, you will have bad days. I don't know, you got rained on, like yesterday here we had storm. Maybe you got hit by you were in the car and you were in an accident, or your manager was just not in a good mood. All those are ups and downs of everyday life. Same with our business. But once you come in with the patience, and again, as I said, focus, eyes on the prize, you will get there. And all those potentials that we are talking about, believe you me, you will see them. You will succeed and will get there. You will live to see them, because we have seen real people in real life. We are not talking about people who have education backgrounds like university graduates, or people who are from like specific families, or people who look specific skin color. No, absolutely everybody. We have seen school dropouts become millionaires. We have seen great grandmothers build a legacy for their great grandchildren and their grandchildren and their children. We have seen people who are actually in high end careers building this business and continuing to build legacy. You too, you can do it. You can do it. That is all I can say, Shiro.
Oh, thanks, Betty. And you are so right. When I look at Roxanne and Dave, the Filipino couple. They're a power couple, and that couple that gives so much. They give so much.
Yeah.
One, to our community. They are such patient people. They help people a lot. And those people who've not seen them, you can watch our last Saturday's live, where we put a replay of them, where we had live with them. And when they started this business, those people who say I can't start, it is not, they need to invest. Roxanne and Dave, when they started this business, they had 82,000 consumer debt. Secondly, they had been evicted from their house. They were selling things, their own personal things, to start this business because they saw the potential. So it is up to you. Do you see the potential? Do you have potential? Do you believe that there is potential in you? There is potential in your life. The other day, I saw a very funny post, which is actually sounded so true. We live most of our days and time at work, and then we're given 1 or 2 days to go and wash our clothes, to make them clean, to start again the next time.
Oh my God.
So doesn't it sound so true?
So true.
And on that note, Priscilla, what do you say about this topic?
Oh my God, that's funny. That's so true. Thank you. Thank you for everyone who will watch us live and who's going to catch the replay. And today we're talking about digital marketing and the life-changing potential that digital marketing has. And let me just echo what you ladies have said. I love how, let me tell you, when we all hey, okay. I like how has talked about how, like you, Shiru, when everyone started their digital business, we had jobs. People had jobs and things they were doing, careers. But the beauty of digital marketing is that you keep your career, but you learn something new and something different, and it helps you scale your business and take your business to such heights you can quit you can quit your job. Like now, Shiro, you've just shared how you are able to stop working because you could take your business with you everywhere, and you're not tied to a location with a digital business, which is also such a big difference to someone who has, like a small business somewhere, not even maybe a small business. Maybe you've opened a care home or something, and that ties you down because you have to be there. That digital business has that flexibility. So, and thank you for sharing about people that we interviewed, and we brought here maybe a week back we had brought this guest in, and they shared wisdom and knowledge with us, and they also and then we brought back and shared how they had used, if you know of David Ramsey in Canada, they had used his financial literacy, how he teaches and trains people on how to be more financial literate, how to create wealth, how to create passive income. And they had shared how they had started 1, 2, 3, 4.
25.
Well, imagine 25 businesses failing, which is what entrepreneurs are. You start so many things. Some will fail, some will succeed, but that is the whole point of being an entrepreneur. It's not one business and then the moment it fails, that's it. You give up and you throw in the towel and you say never again. So guys who are joining us, people who are watching, just know that if you're an entrepreneur or you're learning about digital marketing, this is the best place to be and the best time, because with social media and all the platforms that are available, you can learn how to leverage not even your skills, because you don't need skills. You can learn them as you grow. You can use your own profession to fuel and to start your own digital business. And the best way to do it is with people like us who have a community, because when you have a community, you have people to lean on, someone to rely on, and someone to guide you when you're going in the wrong direction, or if you're not going in the, if you're veering off, they can come back and guide you and say, come back this way. Or people like us now who, when we had our Filipino friends who joined us, they shared their success blueprint. You think we don't, now we know people we can look up to, and we look up to them, we ask questions, and they help us out in our own journeys. But let me talk about life-changing potentials. Let's talk about even small potentials. personally, the changes I have seen with my digital marketing journey is when I started and I was living in a small town and I was not 100% happy or comfortable living there. But my digital business was able to propel me and help me to be able to move from that small town that I was living in and move to a city where, starting from scratch and getting the only thing we moved with was our car and like a truck full of our clothes and kids things, and we started afresh in a whole new city, in a whole new state, and we're still moving forward with our digital business. If that is not life changing, I don't know what is. And the second thing that was so good, so good, was hearing from my from hearing from my better half, who said, in passing, he said this in passing. He was like, I'm glad you started that digital business. It's giving you so much more. It's giving you community. It seems you're meeting valuable people. And I was like, huh? Okay. Like, they're noticing. And then later on, he said, oh my God, I think this digital business is going to be our lifesaver. It's going to be what we will be able to retire on comfortably. So for him to be able to see that potential and see it's not a today or a right now thing, it's a thing that you work on and you continue growing, but he's seeing the potential of it. That to me was life changing to hear someone say, I think this is what is going to actually help us in the future as we keep growing and as we keep planning for retirement. Because I feel like anyone who is above maybe 20 or 25, I don't know, anyone who's above that age, you're already thinking about your retirement, where you will retire, what you will do, are you going to have a farm? I don't know, all those things. So digital marketing is not for the faint-hearted, but it is for any entrepreneur who is willing to learn and try something different, who is willing to work with a community, to work with coaches, and to learn something new, and also now to also grow and scale their own business. So if you're looking for something fantastic, hop on any of our socials, find the links that we share, and watch the webinar. See if it's a good fit for you. Because I'm pretty sure on all our pages, you can access information on our pages. You can actually message us directly, talk to us, find out, ask. I'm interested to learn about digital marketing, or I want to know what digital marketing is all about and how it can help me. And then start from the webinar like we all did, watch it, and go from there and see if it's something that you would be interested in doing. Thank you, Shido, and thank you, Betty, for today.
That is so sweet. Sometimes when you hear people's stories, you get goosebumps and you feel happy because you feel happy for them, and you feel happy too because the thing is, like Priscilla said, her partner said, you found a community. Betty and I knew each other. We've known each other since we were in school together. Priscilla didn't know either of us. We met through this community. We've helped each other grow. We've helped each other whenever we sometimes come and rant as mothers. We just rant about other things. But that is what you need a community for. If other people are not supporting you, then you find people who support you, people who grow with you, people who are happy for you. Because one of the, I think I was watching a video and somebody said, when people are not happy about you, when people see you succeeding, they're not happy. And they will always find something to talk about and even tell you that whatever you're doing is wrong or is even a scam, because they think that, or they want to have been the ones doing it, but they didn't have the courage to do it. But you, because you had the courage to do it, then they will talk something and try and make it like you're doing the wrong thing and try and negate what you're doing. So Priscilla, for you to do that and to hear your partner telling you that, it is such a big thing. It is such a potential, and it makes you feel better and want to work better. So for you people watching us there, this is your chance. Don't say tomorrow. Tomorrow is never known. Come and check us out. Go to our pages. Each and every one of us, we all have our websites there on our bio. Go and log in, watch our 90-minute free webinar. See what it is all about. What is this all this time these ladies have been here? We come here every weekend for a whole year, except for December when we give ourselves a break, to go and rejuvenate ourselves. We talk about, go and find out what we are talking about. Because the other day, Priscilla did a video and said Google was turning 27 years. Some of you are even older than Google. Actually, not some of you, some of us. I'm putting myself in that cap. Some of us are older than Google. Yes, all of us here too are older than Google. So there is so much space for most of us. There's so much for us. It is still young. The internet people are still not using its potential to make the earning. So stop second guessing yourself. Go and do it. And we hope we're going to see you coming to ask us questions. We are ready to always answer. Betty, do you have a parting shot for our audience?
No, just a quick one because I need to run to my yoga class. Faith over fear, guys. I always say that. Faith over fear. Don't let your fear hold you on to trying something that can change your life in the future. So we hope to see you on the other side.
That has always been Coach Betty's mantra, and I've always kept over it. Trust me, faith over fear, that's what made me start this business after 4 years of sitting on the fence. Priscilla, give us a parting shot.
I'm just going to say, reach out. Don't wait for tomorrow. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. You've seen us, you've heard from us. Now it's up to you to take the actions. We wish you all a happy weekend. And for those of you who are just going to have fun on this weekend, please go and have fun. And please try and find yourself and take care of yourself always. Be blessed. See you next time.
Bye.